For this training module, we're going to edit the menu for those that do not require a dietitian signature. In the upper left-hand corner, we're going to click on Edit Menu. And what this does is open up the menu for the week. And you'll see Sunday on the left and Saturday on the right with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to notice that there are categories. There's entrees, there's breakfast sides, there's fruits, vegetables, and breads, and so on and so forth. And to the right of every recipe, there's a down arrow. And this is where you can change the default. So let's do a couple examples of this. If we go to Wednesday, to the lunch, to the first entree, and we're going to click on this down arrow where it's going to say classic lasagna. And that recipe is going to pop open, and we can look at it and decide if we want to keep it or not. Below the classic lasagna, there are alternatives to consider. And you can hover over each one of these and look at the recipes, and those recipes pop open. Now, if we don't like any of these choices as we look at them, we could hover our mouse over and click on No Option, and then it would put no option in that choice for the entree, for the first entree, which we probably wouldn't do. But maybe we want to search the database and pick something different. And what we can do is just type whatever we're searching for example, like the word fish. And as we type that word, it's going to search the database and pull up all the recipes that have the name fish in its title. And again, we can hover over each one of these recipes. We can even scroll down, there's several of them, and hover over them, and then just pick the one that we want, and it puts it in that spot. We can do the same thing for the turkey roast. Again, pick any of these alternates, or we can search the database and pick something a bit different. So maybe this time we want to have a meatloaf of some type. And again, we can hover over those different meatloafs and click on it, and it'll put it in that spot. In between the two entrees, there's a down arrow here where you can decide that when it prints on your weekly menu, if you want it to see blank or and. And by default, it says or, so that's up to you. You'll notice when you look at the screen that for breakfast, there's 2 entrees, 2 breakfast sides. There's for lunch, there's 1 starter, 2 entrees, 2 vegetables. As we look down at dinner, we'll notice there's just 1 entree and 2 vegetables. 1 vegetable. So your templates are flexible. If you want one of everything, we can have the template look that way. If you want 2 entrees, 2 vegetables, 2 desserts, or whatever, we can adjust the template depending on what you need that way. So that's the end of this training module, and thank you for watching.